What's up, Sin City Food family? It's your favorite food review channel, Sin City Food Reviews. I'm JT.
I'm Brenda.
And we are finally back with another video. This time we're at Randy's Doughnuts, and we're gonna hit up Pink Box Doughnuts. We're gonna see who has the best donuts. I've never tried either one. Mom has had a couple Pink Box here and there, but none of the donuts that we're gonna have today. Let's go in there. Randy's is the first stop. Let's go check it out and see who is the king of donuts. We wanted to get 4 donuts that were at both places. So we got a s'mores donut, a raised glazed donut. We also got a Long John chocolate cream filled, and then we got a bacon maple bar. So it wasn't that expensive. We did get a small mocha coffee too, a hot coffee to test the coffees too. We'll give you guys a feedback on that. It was only like $10.65 total for all the donuts and the coffee. Now let's head to Pink Box and get the same donuts. Got out of Pink Box Donuts. They didn't have half the donuts, but they did have a chocolate Long John. They didn't have a cream filled, and it was a little less expensive. They didn't have any mocha coffees. They just have regular or decaf, and they're just kind of rude in here, to be completely honest with you. We're at the Lake Mead location. They're really nice and welcoming at Randy's Donuts here. They were just kind of rude, and they just want to get us out of there. So we were going to eat in the parking lot, but we're actually going to take these donuts home. We don't live too far from this location. We're going to take the donuts home. We're going to set it up, do a comparison. I probably already know who's going to win, but we're going to do it anyway.
I keep on falling for you. Such a beautiful light when I still want you closer. I had longing for closure, and I'm wondering why. No matter what I do, I keep on falling for you.
All right, first up, we are gonna try the Pink Box Donuts. We're trying the glazed raised donut. It was $1.35 for the donut. Let's pull it out, and we have no napkins either, so oops. All right, so we're just gonna cut it in half. Mom's gonna try half, I'm gonna try half. We're gonna go ahead and rate it. We have our papers in front of us, and we're gonna rate it and see which one's better. First, we're gonna try Pink Box, scale of 1 to 5, raised glaze. Also, we tried to get a mocha hot coffee at Pink Box. They don't have specialty coffees. They only have regular coffee or decaffeinated. So we did get a mocha, which they threw in for free. So shout out to Randy's Doughnuts for throwing in this mocha coffee. But let's try this out. Let's rate it. We have our paper right here. At the end, we'll go over our ratings on each donut. Raised glaze. Cheers, Mom. Soft? Really soft?
Yeah, it's soft.
It still has a little warmth to it. It's not completely cold. We didn't live that far, so. Scale of 1 to 5. We'll write down our ratings. Definitely a pretty good donut. Next up, Randy's raised glaze. This donut was $1.60. Cut it in half. Cheers, Mom. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. I like the glaze. It's a little bit better on this donut than the Pink Box, and it seems like it's raised more.
It's a lot thicker.
It's fluffier.
Fluffier, yeah. They both have a good flavor to them. They both do have a really good flavor to them. This one's gonna be tough for me. Like I said, we'll give our ratings at the end. Next up is the Pink Box Chocolate Long John. It's not filled. They didn't have any that were filled at all, which was super disappointing. It was only $1.35 for this donut. Like I said, we'll split this one in half. It's gonna be hard to compare it to Randy's because obviously they didn't have it filled with anything, but we can at least get a gist of the flavor. All right, let's try it out. Definitely disappointing in this one.
Yeah.
It's not even as fluffy as the glaze is.
It's like
The chocolate's good, I'll give it.
There's no, like, they didn't let them raise long enough.
Yeah. They're not real
They're chewy because they're
fluffy or
not
anything
fluffy.
like that. Yeah. Kind of chewy here. Next up, Randy's Long John chocolate cream filled. Obviously the comparison is going to be a little bit off because Pink Box didn't have any cream filled donuts, which is kind of crazy, but
And it's a lot bigger than the other donut too.
yeah, it's about twice the size. Alright. Cheers. Alright, here we go.
No filling yet.
A lot of filling. Did I get all the filling? Oh, there's Even though this one is cream filled, you could just tell the difference in how it's prepared.
It's so good.
Super fluffy. Look how much filling too they put in there. Holy cow.
Got it.
This donut was $2.35 for this donut. A little bit more, obviously it's cream filled. It's about twice the size. Without even comparing, we can tell you right now it's a way better donut. Period. I still think even if Pink Box had them cream filled, it still wouldn't be as good as this one is. Next up, Pink Box S'mores Donut, which is kind of funny because the Randy's one actually has marshmallows on it. This one doesn't. This is marshmallow cream filled. $2.75 for this donut. Hard to cut because it's got cream filled inside it.
Marshmallow inside it.
I don't know. I think it's that marshmallow cream stuff. Okay, let's try it out. I don't know about this one.
I don't like it.
It's not that good. It's kind of like they use the creme brulee, like how they burn the top.
I don't like it. I don't like the taste of it. It's really weird. The consistency in your mouth, the chocolate is really thick. It is actually.
Yeah, it's all in my teeth.
I don't like it.
Next up, Randy's S'mores Donut. You can see it has marshmallows on the top.
It looks good. It's
way thicker.
It's thick. It's got the thick consistency. And
alright, it's hard to cut this one out.
I just didn't like the other donut. Just this wasn't good.
Okay, here we go. Cheers to this. Cheers to the s'mores one. This might be my favorite. We'll see. You know what? To be honest, there's too many marshmallows on it. Not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have more high hopes. I had more high hopes for this one.
And it looks like they're like, see how that marshmallows are kind of like they use that one torch thing on top.
Yeah, they use a torch on the top, just like Pink Box. Kind of like give it that campfire marshmallow s'mores type.
I don't know. It's better.
Now the donut itself, like without all the stuff on it,
it's like raised. It's thicker.
Thicker, better flavor, but too many marshmallows.
There's just too much going on the top.
Wow.
For me.
What is too much going on?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a diabetic coma waiting to happen. It's so sweet, like really sweet. Which is like
and I love my sweets, but
I'm not a big on sweets, so
too overpowering for me.
All right, next up, Pink Box Bacon Maple Donut.
They actually call it porker.
The porker, or the porky. The porky. $2.75 for this donut.
And as you can see, all of the bacon is falling off.
All the bacon's falling off. It's another one of those little thin donuts.
It's so.
The bacon tastes pretty good though.
Yeah, the bacon is.
This is something I wanted to try because it was different. I had bacon. I love bacon. It's weird though with bacon with the maple.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the flavor of the bacon, but
all the bacon falls off when you take a bite.
yeah.
So make sure you're prepared for that.
I'm literally getting bacon all in my lap, all on the table.
So
I mean,
sweet.
it's alright.
I'm done with that one too.
It's alright. Next up, Randy's Bacon Maple Bar. Look how thick that is. The bacon's not falling off. There's a lot of bacon on here. I'm glad we each didn't get individual donuts. I was gonna get like just each get our own, but that first of all would have cost an arm and a leg. Second of all,
It's too much donuts.
that's too many donuts. Even eating half a donuts, it's still, I'm already way past full. All right, cheers to this one.
It's better than the
Way
other one.
better. The bacon's good.
The bacon is better even.
Kind of evens it out. It's falling all over the place now.
Not like the other one. It fell all off in the box.
I think we picked the world's messiest donuts too.
Right.
To pick too. We didn't just get grab. Let's get some glazed ones and compare. No. But we wanted to give a true comparison with comparable donuts.
Well, and there are several, like Christmas ones too.
Yeah, we might have to try the Christmas one.
Seems like Pink Box had a lot of like Christmas ones, like the Gremlin and
The Grinch.
the Grinch. I mean,
It was a green. It looked like a gremlin. The donut looked like
Yeah.
a gremlin, but yeah, the Grinch donut.
the people's attitude at Pink Box, they had a little bit of attitude
Horrible.
problem.
When I went in there filming too, she was just like wanting to get us in and out. You
Right.
could tell. And then she kept offering 2 extra donuts for 10% off. I'm like, I barely even want to buy these anyway, let alone.
Right.
I'm not a huge donut eater. I don't really eat donuts for breakfast. I just never have been that way. So I'm more like a breakfast burrito type, eggs and bacon and shit like that. But all right, we tried all the different kinds of donuts. We're gonna start with Pink Box, the glazed donut, the raised glaze. Mom, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 3.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I don't know. The glaze was good on it, but as far as being a raised donut, it was like half raised to me. It was a thicker. It wasn't really a fluffy like a sink-in biting donut type.
Yeah, and I gave it 4. I actually gave it a 4. I thought it was all right. Like Mom said, it wasn't as fluffy and raised like it really should have been. It's kind of funny because Mom's ex-husband used to be a baker, so we helped him out in the donut shop. Mom did mostly because I was younger, but Mom knows how to make really good donuts and stuff like that. So she's kind of like an expert when it comes to donuts from my ex-stepdad being a baker for all his life. So we grew up around, him bringing pastries and donuts and stuff home. Next up, Randy's glazed donut.
I gave it a 4 because it was like raised properly. It was like so nice to take a bite of it. It was just fluffy, and the glaze was like by far better than the Pink Box donut.
And I gave them a 4.5 on their glaze. I really did enjoy it. To be honest, I wouldn't mind getting a dozen of those and just, keeping them and eating them here and there. But yeah, that was probably, it was close though. Obviously, I think Randy's had a little bit of an edge, but Pink Box, they know how to make a glazed donut for sure. I know their glaze is really good. Okay, next up is the S'mores Pink Box donut. Mom, what'd you give them?
I gave him a 1. I did not like it at all. First of all, it was just, I think it was supposed to be a marshmallow cream that was inside.
Yeah, I read it was marshmallow cream. The cream tastes horrible.
It was just, the cream was not good to me. It was, I don't know, I just didn't like the consistency of it.
I also gave them a 1. I thought that was the worst donut I've ever had in my life, to be completely honest. All right, on the S'mores donut, what'd you give Randy's donut?
I gave him a 2, only because it was a good donut. Don't get me wrong, but it was super, super sweet because of all
Too
the
many
marshmallows.
It had a good twist with the marshmallows.
Yeah, it was a good idea, but it was
just
just way too
overwhelmed
many
the donut.
marshmallows.
Yeah, and I gave them a 2.5, a little bit above Mom, but yeah, same for me. The donut itself was good. The s'mores flavoring was good. The marshmallows overwhelmed with too many marshmallows.
If you like sweet donuts,
really
go to
sweet.
Randy's for the s'mores.
Yeah. All right, next up is the Long John Pink Box. Obviously, it wasn't filled. They didn't have any filled donuts besides the little like Boston cream or something like that. What'd you give the Pink Box for the Long John?
The Long John, I gave it a 2 because it was actually not a Long John donut. I just like the chocolate on top of it. Like I said, it wasn't fluffy when you bite it. It wasn't fluffy to bite it, but it just, there was no filling in it. It was just a glazed long donut.
Yeah, and I gave it a 1.5. Same. I like the chocolate. The donut itself wasn't really that good. It was like this thin, this little tiny donut. So yeah, 1.5 for me. All right, Mom, Randy's, what'd you give the filled Long John?
I gave it a 5. It was super. It was so good, and the filling was so good. It was really good. It was on point.
I also gave it a 5, and we did these independent. I didn't look at Mom's. Mom didn't look at mine, but I gave it a 5. That might be my favorite donut out of all the donuts that I ate. Period. Out of both. Yeah, so a 5 for me for the Long John cream filled. All right, next up is the Pink Box. I say bacon maple donut. It's called a Porky donut. It's kind of like a maple Long John, but it has bacon on it. What'd you give the bacon?
Well, I gave it a 1. It was, the bacon mostly just fell off because when you're doing the donut, and if you have any topping on it, you want to put the bacon on there before the glaze hardens so it stays on the donut. More than like 9/10 of the donut of the bacon fell off into the box. So
yeah,
I gave them a 1. I did not like it at all.
I actually gave them a 2 myself. I was teetering between a 1.5 and a 2, and I gave them a 2. I did like the flavor of the bacon. I actually gave a couple pieces to the cat, and she gobbled it up, so that's going to be her little...
It was really salty.
Yeah, so yeah, I gave it a 2 on that one. Next up, Randy's Bacon Maple Bar. What'd you give it, Mom?
I actually gave it a 5. The bacon was really super good. They did the donut properly. Even when JT cut the donut, it didn't fall. The bacon didn't fall all off. It stayed on there. I like the taste of the maple and the bacon. It was on point.
And I gave them a 3.5. I was teetering between a 3.5 and a 4. It's a little different flavor when it's bacon on top of sweet. I'm not a huge fan of that, and that's not bump on any of the donuts, to be completely honest with you. It's just I'm not a huge fan, but I did enjoy the fact that they knew how to put the bacon on the donut. It wasn't falling all over the place. It was a lot thicker, raised, and everything like that. So 3.5 for me. Overall, I gave Randy's donut a 4.3. I think their best donut was the Long John cream filled by far. What'd you give Randy's?
I gave him a 4.5, and I would say the Long John. It used to be my favorite when I used to help, my ex John with donuts. Those were always my favorite, and they were right on point. They were really a good donut.
So overall for Pink Box, I gave them a 2.5. I think their best donut by far is the glazed. That's their number one donut there. I don't care what flavors you're gonna get, that's gonna be their number one donut that they have there. Yeah, so Pink Box 2.5 for me.
So, and like we said, we weren't looking at each other's papers. I actually turned mine over every time and stuff. But I rated Pink Box a 2.5. Also, my favorite was a glazed too, because the other donuts were just off the wall. I did not like them at all. The donuts aren't raised properly for one. I don't know, the glaze was really good. It was good flavor glazed, but I would say 2.5. And the overall I would pick would be Randy's.
Randy's, yep, definitely Randy's. It was kind of self-explanatory. By when you first looked at the donuts, you just looked at the appearance of the donuts and you just knew that Randy's was probably going to win, but we wanted to give it a good comparison. As far as the service goes, there was one lady at Randy's that was really rude. There was another lady that was super nice and sweet. But it was funny because we go to Pink Box and everybody was rude in there. So as far as service goes, I would definitely give that to Randy's.
I would give it to Randy's too, because like I said, they were really nice at Randy's. They did throw in a free mocha coffee,
which is terrible. We are Sin City Food, and you have been reviewed.